The culture we have is a testing culture. You have to pass the test. If you don't pass the test, you won't succeed in life. So the culture is about getting things right. What we need is a culture. It doesn't matter if you get them wrong, because that's a step towards getting them right.
Live feedback is the way forward, and there isn't a way, and any teacher in the world can cope with a class of 30 giving live feedback over the shoulder.
So what I'm looking at here are the responses from the students live as they come in. So the ones who've gone into amber colours have gone into level 2. These ones on here on orange have gone into level 3. And where the crosses here, I can see where people have made mistakes and where I might need to go and give some support.
Yes, exactly, because then you can change both of these into fractions over 20.
6/20ths and 8/20ths.
Brilliant, and that's going to be a question you can deal with. Yeah.
10 hours a week of marking, can I tell you, okay, a 20-year career is a year of your life, when actually the electronic marking can be done in seconds and produced to a printout in a spreadsheet with all the data on it, analysed.
It allows you to take your time away from the things that take up lots of time and focus on what's important, which is your teaching and yourself in the classroom and the learning that's going on.
On here, and I can see a mistake's been made there, and that might be an area where I need to go and now provide a bit more support.
What did the feedback on the handset tell you?
It told me you should your equivalent fractions.
Okay, good. And what did it tell you to make all of the denominators the same as? What type of denominator? So it needs to be a fraction over 15. Good. Excellent.
If you were actually saying, can you invent me something, please, that makes kids really engaged and makes them work hard and well behaved? Can you invent something, please, that makes my marking load easier so I can actually spend more time teaching and guiding rather than writing and recording? Can you give me something, please, that I can actually stretch my more able children at the same time supporting those who are in the mid-range and provide help and guidance to the weaker students? Can you give me something, please, where when we're doing the class ideas, I get every single child participating? You just said you're a nutter. There's a panacea. It doesn't exist. There is a panacea, and it'll work in any classroom.
Working in this way, the enthusiasm and the engagement within the lesson is really transformed and overall transforms the subject as well. Getting your heads around the idea that, right, this isn't replacing me, this is enhancing me, this is me being able to be at my best all the time. So if you can think of the technology in that sense, it's adding to the good things that you already do.
Sometimes when you're doing a worksheet or in your book or for the board, it's more difficult because you don't understand it. Like now, after you've got a question wrong, it explains it, so you get used to actually how to do it.
It allows you to engage every single student in that class because you have to receive response from everyone. So it's not one hand going up or 5 hands going up and the teacher selecting a few different bits of feedback. It is 32 individual responses coming back into the teacher. 32 responses from 32 individual students, which is absolutely incredible.
Well, I think it's quite fun because if you just have questions on the thing, you have to like go through and check them afterwards, and it takes much more time of the lesson when you could be learning something new. So it's much easier than having like worksheets and then writing down all the answers.
And so far, they seem to be doing really well. So I might actually look at skipping them on to harder levels because I think they've proved to me that they're pretty good with the easier questions.
The difference in the interaction with the class is what we'd say chalk and cheese. It is the new pedagogy. The improvement is colossal. We had no idea what the improvement would be until we did the trials. But it was over 30%. And what happens in schools where you have these techniques is that actually the kids learn. They learn that they thought they couldn't do it, and suddenly they find out that they can because they get all the feedback. And that totally, utterly changes their view of themselves and the whole ethos in the school.
We'll have fewer children falling off the edge. We'll have fewer adults dropping out. We'll have fewer people becoming failures because the work can be targeted, it can be differentiated, the feedback can be given at the moment the mistake is made to give the child confidence they can do the next one better.
Probably the most exciting thing is seeing the genuine enjoyment and enthusiasm coming from the kids because they're making progress.
Since Mr. Dale has been using it, it's improved my confidence and results because I don't get embarrassed whilst I'm in class.
Sometimes you put your hand up and lots of other people need help as well, so then you'd be waiting there and when you could just get on with a question and carry on, so it's really good.
I think I am making faster progress than it has made maths and all the other lessons we use them in a lot more fun.
There is nothing that creates better classroom management, better teaching, better engagement, participation than this new technology. And I'm actually somebody who's been in this job for 40 years, so I've seen all the changes come and go. I've a passion for teaching and learning. There's nothing that excites me more than this. It is stunning technology.
Anything is obvious once you see it. And what we have to do is we have to spread this message. We have to show people what can now be done with technology.